Hello and welcome to the next Tools for Motherhood activity series video. Today we'll be taking a look at a pre-math activity for young children that's called Frog Count. And this particular activity is for children between the ages of 5 and 6 years old. The goal of this activity is to have fun in a way to introduce story problems with concrete items for your child to manipulate. The number concepts are used for this game. Once your children get to school, games like this are a fun way to begin preparing them for the counting. And so here are just some simple things that you can probably have. This is just a piece of green poster board, and I put a blue piece of paper to make it look like a pond. And then from there, I have a dice, and I have got some little macaroni that I have colored with some green food coloring mixed with rubbing alcohol. I put that in a baggie and then I let it mix together and I pour in some of the macaroni noodles. Now, as you can see, I probably used a lot of green food coloring because these little guys are very dark. And so you put the noodles in there, you let them soak in the rubbing alcohol and green food coloring, and you soak them there for a couple of minutes, and then you take them out and put them on a cookie tray with some wax paper on it and let them dry. And that's going to take several hours for them to dry. Once they're dry, I glue on a couple of little eyes so that it makes them look like frogs. Now I have some other ones with another kind of macaroni noodle, and this one happens to be one I just call a butterfly. Now this could be an orange or a purple or a red or something like that. But again, just use the macaroni noodles that you have on hand, and then I just store this in a Tupperware or in a baggie for the game. For the dice, you can either take a block that they already have, and I happen to use just a dark colored permanent marker, or I think I got this at the dollar store. So those are the materials that you're going to be using. So you're going to color the shells, making sure that those are, you're going to use about 1 cup of rubbing alcohol to 10 drops of green food coloring. Again, you're going to put it on a piece of wax paper, let it dry. Glue, once it's, you'll glue on the eyes once everything is all dry. All right, so the idea is to tell a story problem, and then you will act it out with your child. So first of all, you're going to model for them an example. So first of all, you can start off, and when I've done this, while I'm trying to make dinner and I have some macaroni noodles that have fallen on the counter, I will just tell a story as I'm stirring the pot and let my child go ahead and act it out. So I would start off a story, something like, once upon a time, there was a little family of frogs, and they went to the pond for a warm, sunny day. And there were 3 of them in the family, a daddy, a mommy, and a little son. And that little family had so much fun playing in the water together. Well, the little boy loved playing with friends, so he invited 2 other little friends along. So now we have all these frogs in the pond. So how many do we have? Well, first of all, we had this family, 1, 2, 3, and we're adding 2 friends, and that means we're going to be adding 1, 2 more. So how many do we have all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 altogether. So again, you're just weaving in and out, showing them examples, making learning fun. Story problems fun. I know some of us maybe didn't have those good experiences of story problems once we got to school. But as we begin to just lightly touch on this before they even get to school, we can build those fun thought processes in their mind. All right, so once this little family was playing and the 2 little friends were playing, one of the little boys had to go home, so he left. 1 went away. So how many do we have left? Well, we had 5 to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 went away. How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was a very quick way, but obviously you would do it a lot slower when you've got your child there and they're watching what you're doing. Another way you could do this little game is you could take your dice and you could roll it. Oh, it chose one, so we're going to put one frog in the lily pad on the lily pad. We'll put the lily pad there. And how many frogs do we want to add with it? Well, we'll roll it. Ooh, we're going to add 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice that as I'm counting, I'm touching the dots. The dots are easier for young children as opposed to just the written number. So if they're very young, you'll want to use the ones with the dot method. All right, so we've got 5 that we're going to be adding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many do we have all together? Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we had 5 and 1 make 6 altogether. Again, just going back and forth, just thinking up little story problems, telling a story about how many frogs were there, a couple went home, 2 came back, 3 left, and just go back and forth that way and just have fun together. Thank you for watching. If you would like more ideas, check out the Tools for Motherhood website. Happy learning!